Today we're going to take a review of the Wellputt putting mat, give it a road test. Find that it's raining outside, doesn't stop us practicing our putting, which is great. So we're going to give it a review. If you haven't seen our other video where we look at 6 of the popular putting mats and road test them side by side, give us a subscribe and check that out. It would be really good if you could. But for this one, as I say, we're going to focus on the Wellputt putting mat, put it through its paces and see how we get on to see if we can get some good, well-needed putting practice, especially for me, in the rain. So let's open it up and see how we get on. Here we go. Here's the Wellputt putting mat. Comes in a nice box, professionally done. It's got the app there, which we'll take a look at as well. But looks good. Let's give it a shot. Here we go. Let's give it a shot and see how it comes on. So we're just going to roll it out here. Very easy, just a little bit coming up at the top, but I just fold that under. Hopefully that'll flatten out. So we're just going to stick it on one of the things here, and this is just, it's got a mark here just for the, I'll just show you this just in terms of what it's got on it. You can see lots of markings on this, different distances, feet, etc. How far you're away, where you can put the ball. Looks like also here, hopefully you can see okay, the just distances for the putting there. And here's this is our target hole here. So it's saying anything there is in the bad zone, 100% of short putts don't go in, etc. And they're saying that obviously if you're hitting it past the hole, then that's where you're aiming to be. So I mean that's a nice thing there, just to give you some visual clues in terms of to help you with your putting. Saying this one here is 7.2 feet. So I'm aiming for my circle there. It's giving me this here. It's giving me some stroke guides. How far it thinks I should be hitting it back for this pace. That's in the bad zone. But I'm assuming what they're trying to do here is just to make sure you're accelerating through. So it's just giving you some visual things there, just to make sure you accelerate through the ball and get through there. I probably don't want to analyze my stroke too much like this. It'll probably highlight some horrors, but it's an interesting thing which I've not seen in other ones. There, I should stop looking at the ball just for a second and just see how it looks on my strokes. I'm maybe just not accelerating. According to this, I'm not accelerating through enough. The ball's getting to the hole, but as I say, and I don't think this is not a bad thing. Obviously, it's trying to get me to really accelerate to make sure I'm not just getting to the ball to the hole. I'm probably just trying to get it just past the hole. That'll be something for me to work on, and try and not make sure I'm not decelerating through the ball. Okay, that was interesting. So just at the back there, I'm definitely going to want to make sure that that's probably a sign of my stroke, as I say, rather than on the mat. But yeah, that's much better. Much better. So they've got these elements here. As I say, I'm just going to show you again. They've got that at, I think you can see there, at 7.2 feet. They've got it at 6 feet here as well. They've got another one at 3 feet there too, and just there, yeah, aiming for the hole, aiming to get past the hole. that's a good thing, I think, in terms of if you want to try and you're trying to get past the hole and not just drop the ball into the hole, just to make sure, as I say, that key thing that you're accelerating through. You've got the various markings on here: 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 10, 12. There's a lot going on in the mat. I think it would take me a little while just to work out. I don't know, probably watching, and you'll see in the comment section, you know exactly what they're trying to do straight away. But there's a lot of markings on here, which obviously, as you get more used to it, will give you a lot of things to work on, which is good. But as I say, I don't automatically know what they are straight away. I know that 3 foot there, that's for your stroke. 6 feet, again, that's for your stroke. 7.2 feet, that's for your stroke. Just coming at it from the different way. 6 feet. 3 feet. New design 2020. So that's our hole there. So let's just have a roll wise. I don't think I'll get any worries about this one at all. No worries at all when I'm striking it. It's going through, no problem. As I say, I think any deviation of the ball here is definitely to do with my stroke rather than anything else, but certainly here a lot to work on. And obviously, like this one again, it's just a flat mat. You could just add the putt out trainer here, which is a handy thing, and just stick that over the hole as an addition. Again, just looking for you to keep just practicing your stroke just over and over. It's a good roll. There you go. I'm not in the bad zone, but I can see myself. You've got lots of things to work on here in terms of just to keep a variety going, just to keep interest going. All of them appear immediately obvious, but that's probably, I'm certain that's just me rather than anything else. And as I say, these little bits just for the stroke, just good little things to work on, just to make sure you're getting past the stroke. And then the dreaded 3 foot putt, my nemesis. Finally, the Masters, I win. Usability, setup, very easy, just roll it out, no problem at all. Roll wise, feel wise, it feels good. I don't think I've got any worries at all that the ball is going where I'm hitting it at all, which will help me in terms of getting my roll and end over end. I like the way it's encouraged me to get the ball past the hole and not stay in the dreaded bad zone. Just memories of my father quoting the statistic of 100% of short putts don't go in is sort of ringing in my head here. And I think in terms of getting into a lot of good habits of practicing here. So I mean, there's no doubt the bad is busy. It looks busy in terms of the markings. There are simpler ones, just where it's sort of just marked out 1 feet, 2 feet, 3 feet, etc. But I suspect if you're using it a lot, these things would come in handy just for different drills, just to sort of keep the interest going rather than just doing the same things all the time. So although it feels busy just straight out of the box, I think probably after a month or two and reading up and checking what drills you can do, it would help keep the interest going. Just from a practice point of view. So I'm just going to go ahead and just keep hitting a few putts. I've won the Masters. Let's see if I can win the PGA. Excellent. That's the PGA in the bag. Let's see now. US Open. US Opens in the bag. Now finally, I'm just over 6 feet for the British Open and Grand Slam. Are we gonna give me that? If only the Grand Slam was so easy. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep hitting a few putts on here. I don't think there's any excuse using a mat like this in terms of what's available. It's absolutely pouring with rain outside, so it's a nice thing just to think you can just roll something out pretty easily. There's a miss. And just keep practicing the putting, particularly as in the winter months, but just in terms of busy family life, etc. This is just easy. Roll out, give it a shot. As I say, just keep working on that stroke. Different things that are there. So let me try the 6 foot stroke game that I've got here. Just see how my stroke matches up in terms of coming through. Yeah, so I do think that is a real positive in terms of just to try and hone in and get you a feel for how much you need to be accelerating through. As I say, I think if I was using this for a few months, any putting problems, well, they always are your own, but the excuses, if I was using this a lot, I think would be pretty minimal. And nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. Everything to do with me. So, that's us had a few putts. Let's see how easy this is to fold away and keep the family happy. There we go, just rolling it up. There you go. You can see rolling it up, sticking it back in the box. It's not very big. That's pretty easy. Family happy. And until whenever you get some spare time, that's going to be very easy to roll out and keep practicing with. So cost-wise, slightly more expensive in the US. It looks like it's getting up. It's over between 140 to 150 bucks. In the UK, 120 to 130 pounds. So definitely a bit more expensive than some of the others out there. In terms of the build quality, though, it's a nice mat. I don't think there's anything doubt about it. It's true. It feels like it's running true. The ball's going where I'm aiming it to. Also, I think it's available in different sizes. Just looking here, there's a 13-foot version, a 16-foot version, a 26-foot version. So the things price-wise, the 26 one's getting up to well over $400. However, if you're really looking to look just not on roll in terms of the ball rolling end over end, but looking to dial in some distance control as well, which is the second key factor in putting. If you've got the room, wow, the 20 and the money, of course, the 26-foot one, would really help you in terms of reduce those killer 3 putts, which is such a big thing for amateur golfers in terms of getting your score down. If you can get your 3 putts down, it's going to make a massive difference to your score. So I think it's Professor Brody, who's the author of Every Shot Counts, which I've got here. A great book. Just looking at the data of like millions and millions of golf shots. He's come to the conclusion for the amateur player of 11 feet to 30 feet is the crucial area where amateurs are I think they're 3-putting 7 times more than the pros from between those distances, which is not a good number. And in terms of if you can get that down, that can make a big difference. So if you've got the room and able to get the 26 foot mat of the Wellputt, that would be a big option. But certainly more expensive than some of the other ones out there. But I don't think there's any doubt it's a good quality mat, and you could get some excellent practice in here, whatever the weather, as we've got today. So check out the mat in the description. We've got links there to let you check out more. Give us a comment if you've got this mat. Tell us what you think. And if you haven't seen our video which compares this one to another 5 popular ones in the market, please give us a subscribe and check that out. And I hope you found this useful and your putting gets better. Okay, thanks for watching.